Many mid-sized employers like you have heard that self-insurance is full of rules that fully insured plans don't have. That isn't quite true, but they apply to you a little bit differently. So I'm going to explain what they are, and I'm going to make them not so scary for you today. My name is Allison DePauli, and I started Altiqe Consulting to help employers get out of the healthcare spend craziness and back to running their businesses. We help employers like you add control and predictability back into your healthcare spend, and the happy side effect of that is better access to high quality care for your employees and lower out-of-pocket costs. Our clients don't hear, well, the best we could do was a less bad renewal. What they hear instead is, your employee had access to the highest quality care and you paid a fair price for it. For the best advice about how to shrink your benefits budget, make it predictable and controllable for you and more useful for your employees, subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified when I upload new videos. Compliance is a big part of self-insurance, and there are several items that you are responsible for as the employer, and I know that just freaks many employers out. So I'm going to tell you what they are, and we're going to talk a little bit about one rule in particular today. So, items you are responsible for as a self-funded employer: ERISA fiduciary responsibilities, non-discrimination rules, reporting and disclosure requirements, notices and plan document requirements, ACA penalties, disclosure statements for stop loss. So those are all the big deal things that you are obligated to take care of. Let me start by saying that a solid plan document and a high quality TPA will take care of just about all of these items and let you just work from a checklist. So not a lot of work on your part. There is one item, however, that you are responsible for. You're responsible for it even in a fully insured plan, but the responsibility falls differently. So let's talk about ERISA fiduciary responsibility. I know it wigs people out. Don't let it wig you out. ERISA guides all plans, fully insured or self-funded, except for church or governmental plans. And if you're fully insured, your plan is still governed by ERISA. The responsibilities just fall to the health insurance carrier. You cannot escape fiduciary responsibility if you accept employee contributions into your plan. It's just not possible. And again, a solid plan document managed by a high quality TPA will limit your exposure. So if you're concerned about your fiduciary responsibilities, or if nobody has ever talked to you about fiduciary responsibilities, let me know in the comments below. And I'll link another video about plan documents in the comments section. So if you're self-insured, what is the difference between the plan administrator and the plan sponsor? Not a lot. If you are an individual, group of individuals, or a corporation named in the plan document as responsible for plan duties, you are the plan administrator. If no plan administrator is specifically named, the plan sponsor, the employer is the plan sponsor, or an organization, an employee organization like a union can be a plan sponsor. A joint board of trustees or an entity representing parties establishing or maintaining the plan can also be a plan sponsor. Okay, so who is a fiduciary under ERISA? A fiduciary is anyone who exercises discretionary authority or control over managing the plan and the plan assets. If you manage plan assets, you're also a fiduciary, right? So you may just manage the assets and not manage the plan. Doesn't matter. You're a fiduciary too. A named fiduciary is an individual with authority to control and manage the operational and administrative needs of the plan and is named in the document. Now, this is really important to know. If you are the named fiduciary, or if you are the fiduciary and your plan is found to be in violation, you are personally responsible. So don't forget that. So Fiduciary requirements are pretty simple, which makes them horribly complex, right? Devil's always in the detail. Fiduciary requirements are: you must act solely in the interest of the participants, the employees, for the exclusive purpose of providing benefits or defraying reasonable expenses of plan administration. Please make note of that: reasonable expenses of plan administration. You are on the hook for that if you are self-insured or if you are fully insured. You also have to act with care, skill, prudence, and diligence that a similarly situated prudent person would use. And finally, you must act in accordance with documents or instruments governing the plan. Plan document, summary plan document, rules all. You need to follow it if you are the fiduciary of the plan. Do you remember all those 401k lawsuits that happened a few years ago when employee groups had class action lawsuits against employers for offering 401k plans for using excessive fees? That is the same provision in ERISA that you, as the fiduciary of the health insurance plan, are responsible. You must follow reasonable fees for both services and plan administration. The next wave of lawsuits is in the health and welfare plan, not in the 401k. So, if you're interested in leveling the playing field and making a health care plan work for you and your employees, if you're interested in saving your plan significant dollars, click the link below and let's see if we're a good fit.